Hi folks, and welcome back to the channel. Today I'm here with this 2018 Toyota Corolla. That's an 11th generation, which was manufactured all the way from 2013 to 2020. And today I'm going to show you how to quickly, simply and importantly safely do an oil and filter change on this vehicle. So let's get into it. So importantly, to do the service, you are going to need to get underneath the vehicle. And that means you're either going to have to put the vehicle up onto ramps, use a hoist, or like I've done here today, to use jack stands. Now, if you want to know how to put the vehicle up onto jack stands really easily, I'll put a link to a video which I've done showing you how you can quickly, simply, and importantly safely put it up on jack stands. But let's get to looking at the parts and the consumables that are required here today to do that oil and filter change. So you really don't need a lot of specialised equipment to do this procedure. As you can see here, I've got a cheap drain pan to collect the oil. I've got a 14mm spanner to take that drain plug out, and I've got this cup to remove the oil filter. I really like these. This one's a 14 flute. I'll put a link to where you can buy that really cheaply, but it makes it so easy to get the oil filter off the vehicle. In terms of consumables, I've got a fully synthetic oil here. I just use Castrol, use it across a lot of my vehicles. If you've seen on the channel, I put this exact same oil in the Mazda 3 and the Audi A3. So really convenient to go in the Toyota Corolla, and it meets the specification. So it's a fully synthetic 5W30 oil, and it's an API SL specification. Now for your Toyota Corolla, you need to look out for either an API SL, an API SM, or an API SN type of oil. Now on the oil filter, I've got a canister type of filter, and I've gone with a Ryco Z386. You may need to check your exact model of your Corolla because they swap between a cartridge style and the canister. I've checked this one already. It's got the canister, so it's a Z386 on this Toyota Corolla. So let's get into the service. So the first thing we need to do is actually to open the bonnet. So just come in here in the driver's footwell and pull this lever here. And then to open the bonnet, there'll be a secondary latch. So we just come in with our hand just to the right of the bonnet. We can feel that latch, we just lift it up, and then we can lift the rest of the bonnet. We can then find the hood rod, come up there, just place the hood rod in the hole, just like that, and the bonnet's nice and secure. So that the oil drains without a vacuum, we're just gonna take the dipstick out now. Might as well check that it's full. It's actually over full on this vehicle, so really shows the health of this engine is in a healthy condition. And we'll take that oil cap off as well and just put that to one side. So coming in from the front underneath the vehicle, you can see clearly we've got the oil filter. As I said, it's the canister style, and we've got the drain plug over here. So I'll grab my drain pan, slide it in, and we'll drain the oil to start with. So we slide our drain pan into position, grab our 14mm spanner, and we just get it on there like that. And then should be able to spin that out by hand. And we'll try not to make too much of a mess. Let's see how we go here. There we go. So whilst that's still draining, let's get the oil filter off. So just use our cap. As you can see, that just slides on there so easily. And then just come around here and give that a push. There we go. She's a little bit tight, this one. So something that I noticed when I took this drain plug out was there's no sump plug seal at all on that engine oil drain plug. So I've just popped into my box of spare parts, and I've just found a good enough size copper sump plug seal. We're just going to pop that on like that, just to make sure we don't get any leaks. It absolutely should have a sump plug seal in my mind. So we're just popping that one on. You can get away with reusing these. That's why I didn't show in the beginning of the video. I just intended to reuse the copper seal that I thought would be on there, but there wasn't one, as I say, so we're putting one on. Now we'll put that drain plug back in because it's fully drained now. Then we'll pop that oil filter on. So I pop that drain plug back in there. As we said, we've got that sump plug seal on that now. Just thread that in nicely. And grab our 14mm spanner and just do that up snug We really don't need to over tighten this, so that'll be perfect. And then we'll grab our new oil filter, pop that on as well. So importantly, we just want to spin a bit of used oil onto that seal of the oil filter, just like I'm doing there. Just use the old motor oil that I've stuck my finger on, and then we just want to pop that oil filter up onto the housing there and spin that on. And I'll just give that a bit of a wipe. Got a bit of that used motor oil, bit of that onto there. But yeah, just spin that on like that. And then we grab our cap, pop that on the end of the new filter just like that, and just snug that oil filter up just tight. That feels about perfect. There's no need to over tighten the filter at all. And then just grab my cloth and just give everything a nice wipe. Obviously we want it to be clean, but also want to be able to see easily if we've got leaks. So as I say, just give it a nice thorough wipe. Alright, so then we need to top it up with oil. We could just do a straight pour into there, but to save mess, I've just grabbed a funnel. Now, by the manufacturer specification, it takes 4.2 litres of oil. So we'll put 4 litres in to start with, and then we'll check it on the dipstick. So we've put 4 litres in of oil. Let's just check the level now. So I put that dipstick in, and you can see it's actually come up just up to the full mark, a little bit above. So what we'll do now is we'll just come there, pop that funnel out, put the cap back in, and then we'll start the engine for 30 seconds. Alright, so having run the engine for 30 seconds, we'll have circulated oil through the engine, through that new filter, and we just let it sit probably for about a minute. So let's check the oil level now. So wipe the dipstick off, put that back in, just like that, and pull that out. And I'll just show on the dipstick, but you can see it's come down to about 1/3 of the way between the low mark and the full mark. So we'll just add another, say, 0.5 of a litre, maybe a bit less of oil, and then we'll check it again. So pop our funnel back in, have a quick look at the mark on the side of the bottle, and let's put a bit more in. I reckon that'll be enough, so let that drain in, and we'll recheck that level. And as we can see now, it's right up on the full mark now, so spot on. So essentially that's the oil and filter done here today on the Toyota Corolla. But while we're here, folks, you should check the coolant level, check your brake fluid level, check the condition of your brakes. Just make sure your vehicle's in overall good condition. But they're subjects in other videos that you'll find on the channel, folks. So if you have liked the video, give us a like and subscribe to the channel. Drop a comment down below. It's truly appreciated. In the future, if you're interested in learning about maintaining and servicing vehicles, but many other vehicles on the channel. We've got the Mercedes, the Audi A3, the Mazda 3, the early Ford Falcon, and the Holden Marina as well. So if you're interested in that content, folks, do subscribe to the channel. Until next time, have a good evening.